Honestly, nothing hits like walking out to your garden and seeing a massive pumpkin just sitting there waiting for you. And if you want that feeling too, you're in the right place. Because if you want a pumpkin ready by Halloween, you need to start now. This video covers everything you need to know before you put a single seed in the ground. Alright, first thing, picking your variety. And this matters more than most people think. The variety decides everything. How big it gets, what color it is, whether you're eating it, carving it, or just putting it on your porch to look good. If you want something enormous, go with Atlantic Giant or Big Macs. Those are your monsters. For carving, something like Spooky or a classic jack-o'-lantern does the job perfectly. Want something different? Lumina is a gorgeous white pumpkin. Gerardale gives you that cool gray-blue color that looks incredible as a decoration. There's even a deep black variety called Black Cat that turns heads every single time. Point is, figure out what you actually want from your pumpkin first, then pick the variety that gets you there. Now let's talk about where you're actually going to grow it. Pumpkins need two things more than anything else: full sun and space. A lot of space. These are serious vining plants. One single vine can easily take over 25 square feet of ground before the season is done. The best move is to plant them at the edge of a raised bed or along a fence line so the vines can spread out freely without taking over your whole garden. Give them that room and direct sunlight all day, and you'll be shocked how many pumpkins one plant can push out at the same time. Here's where most people go wrong. If your pumpkins have always come out smaller than expected, I'd bet money this is why. You weren't feeding them. Pumpkins are heavy feeders. They pull a lot out of the soil. Without extra nutrition, they will never reach their full size. Plain and simple. At the fruiting stage, you want a fertilizer that's heavy on phosphorus and potassium. Those are the nutrients that drive root strength and fruit development. Work it into the soil right at the base of the vine. Then layer compost right on top. Even chunky, half-broken down compost is perfect for pumpkins because they feed off decaying organic matter as it breaks down. That combination, fertilizer underneath, compost on top, is basically a nutrition sandwich. Your plants will go wild. Double your space. Quick tip if you want to get smarter with your garden. Look for spaces that sit empty for part of the year. A lot of people have beds that only run one crop annually. Pumpkins are warm season plants, so if you've got a spot that wraps up in spring, you can drop pumpkins in for summer and fall and get a full second harvest out of that same ground. Pruning and training. Now, if you're working with limited space or you just want fewer but bigger pumpkins, pruning is your friend. Every pumpkin plant has a main vine. That's your primary. Vines that grow off the main stem are secondaries. Vines that grow off those are called tertiaries, and those you can remove completely. Cutting those back keeps the plant more manageable and pushes energy into the fruit you actually want. If you want a guaranteed harvest of 2 or 3 good pumpkins, rather than 10 small ones scattered everywhere, prune your fruit down early. Keep your best 2 or 3 and let the plant focus all its energy there. Common problems. At some point, something is going to show up on your plants. That's just gardening. The most common issue with pumpkins is powdery mildew. You'll see white, dusty patches forming on the leaves. It's caused by humidity and heat, so it almost always shows up midsummer. Honestly, if it appears late in the season, after your pumpkins are already sizing up, it's not going to hurt you much, but catch it early and treat it so it doesn't spread. Squash bugs are the other main threat. Check the underside of your leaves regularly. They lay clusters of small eggs right there. If you spot them, pick them off immediately. Stay on top of it, and you won't have a major problem. This is the part everyone is waiting for. When do you actually pick it? First, know your variety's days to maturity. If the packet says 100 days, start checking around day 100. Then look at the stem. You want to see what's called corking. The stem starts to look dry, rough, and cracked rather than smooth and green and flexible. A soft stem means it's not ready yet. Flip the pumpkin slightly and check the underside. You're looking for a yellow or cream-colored field spot where it sat on the ground. Give it a firm knock with your knuckle. A deep, hollow thud means the walls have thickened up and the pumpkin is mature. And of course, check the color. If your variety is supposed to be deep orange and it's still pale, give it more time. All the signs need to line up together: color, stem, sound, and days grown. That's everything you need to get a real pumpkin harvest this season. Pick the right variety, give it space and sun, feed it well, and pay attention. Do those things and you're going to have more pumpkins than you know what to do with. Good luck out there. Now go grow something.